All right, we got our first ride for the second day. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Hi,
you.
guys.
Hell yeah, dude. What's your name, man?
Yeah.
My name's Randy.
Randy, where are you from?
Well, let's see. That's a long story. Born in Washington, D.C., grew up in Colorado, got married, lived
nice.
in Michigan.
We're from Michigan.
Really?
Yeah, we just came from Ann Arbor.
Oh, my God. Well, my wife's family is from Michigan. She was born in Richmond, and then they lived up in Northport.
Okay.
So when I married her, we moved up to Sutton's Bay and bought a farm up
Yep, we're both from like the Thumb area.
there. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Stand Lake County. So not too far from, what do you use, St. Clair County?
I think St. Clair County is where she was born, but we lived in the Traverse City area.
Oh, yeah, Traverse City, home of the cherries.
Cherries.
Yeah, cherry trees.
Yeah. A lot of my friends were cherry farmers.
What parts of Colorado?
Well, finished high school up in Steamboat Springs.
Okay, way up there.
Way up in the mountains. Back
Steamboat.
before it was a big ski resort area.
I was living in Denver for like 10 years.
Uh-huh.
I just moved back to Michigan this year, or last year.
Yeah, I lived in Denver for a while. Moved down from Steamboat down to Denver. Lived there about the same, about 10 years. But that was in,
Steamboat's beautiful.
yeah, Colorado. Colorado's great.
Nope, it'll be nice to see the mountains of Colorado again.
Well, I tell you, last time I went out there, my wife's brother still lives out there. I was wheezing. got used to 600, Michigan 600 feet above sea level.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yep.
Denver's a mile. And after
It's good for the lungs, though, you know?
it is, but I couldn't believe I grew up there, and yet when I went back after being gone for 20 years, I was.
Yeah, every time we go out there, he gets elevation sickness.
It's always the first day. It's like the first day gets to me, and then I get used to it again.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law has lived out there forever. He's climbed every single one of the 14ers.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only climbed one.
Which one?
Pikes Peak.
Yeah, I did Pikes Peak.
Yep. Yeah, my daughter was actually born right at the foot of Pikes Peak in that hospital there in Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs.
Yep.
That's fancy. When we first moved from Washington, D.C., we lived in Colorado Springs, and then my mom got a teaching job up in Steamboat. So I lived in Colorado Springs for a while.
I think one of my, I had a boss at a plumbing place I worked at, and the lady he married, their family was from Steamboat.
Wow.
Yep.
Steamboat's beautiful.
It is. It's like, I think to this day, their high school is only consistent of like 300 people or so. It's really small.
Yeah, probably, because most everybody whose homes are there are just seasonal homes.
Right, right.
But yeah, I don't know how many my graduating class was, not a lot. So where did you guys start? On this trip?
Well, technically we started in Bay City.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Milford. We went from Bay City to Milford, and then Milford to Ann Arbor, and then we had actually got a ride all the way from Ann Arbor to the truck stop right down the road from where you just picked us up. So,
Oh my God.
yeah, from Michigan all the way to Nashville,
Oh my God, that's
or just south of,
That's about, let's see, that's about 10 hours, right?
Yeah, it's about 500 miles.
Damn good start.
Yeah, good
With
chunk.
in a truck or with it just some guy?
There's a van.
Yeah, it's a van, young
Wow.
couple.
Yeah, a couple.
They dropped us off and then drove right back. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they had actually, one of them had work at like noon today.
Oh my God.
Hopefully they made it on time.
So none of the truckers are willing to pick you up and take you out to California, take you west.
Maybe.
Well,
Stop.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, you picked us up before any of the truckers did, and I think we were out there for about, what, 30 minutes?
Truckers got a lot of
45
rules and
minutes?
policies now, so
Yeah.
they can't have people in their trucks anymore since they got a bunch of cameras in those trucks now.
Yeah, 12 years ago when we did this, they didn't have cameras in the cabs like they do in every company-owned truck.
Yeah.
I'm sure we would probably get lucky with like a privately owned, truck,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder to ride with truckers.
Yeah, well, I've only gotten, all the hitchhiking I've ever done, I've only got one ride with one trucker.
so you've hitchhiked before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife and I, when we got married, we went to Europe for our honeymoon with backpacks on, and we did most of our travel by hitchhiking.
Where in Europe?
Well, we landed in, where did we land? We landed in London, and then went across the channel to France, and down into Germany.
That is like my dream, to travel like that through Europe. That's like, I've been wanting to do that since we started doing this when we were, in our 20s.
Yeah. Well, I went, a couple of years after high school, I went by myself and hitchhiked around Europe.
Wow.
It was fun.
You got any stories?
Well, let's see. Okay, the best story, I have two stories from the honeymoon. So, we got picked up by a lot of people. We told them we were on our honeymoon and thought that was great. So this one guy who was a dentist, and we were in Italy, northern Italy, and he goes, "Is this your honeymoon? Okay, I gotta take you and get you this special Italian wedding dessert." He took us to his restaurant, we bought us some fancy cakey-like thing. It was great. He said, "Okay, now I'm gonna take you. I have a little apartment that I have for my mistress. I'm gonna hook up with her. This guy's married, right? His mistress. So you can spend the night there, or spend as many days as you want. And when you leave, just leave the key in the house. I got another one." He took us this apartment in some town in Italy, and let us in, showed us how to use all this stuff, and then he took off. And
No
we
way.
spent a couple of days there. It's a cute little town, walked around, and then we just left. It was wild.
Was there any language barrier? Do you speak any other languages?
No, I don't speak any language. My wife speaks a little French.
Okay.
I took high school Spanish, but that's long.
Right.
Long gone.
The outfit knowing French, they're the most critical about, not speaking their language.
Yeah, and we that happened to us. She tried and speak French to them, and they glare at her.
Yeah.
It was really wild.
Probably a little broken, not the
Yeah.
most fluent.
But 90% of the people we met in Europe speak English, if either a lot or a little bit.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, you guys should definitely go.
Yeah, we would love to get out of the country, get some passports, and go travel.
Mhm.
As do the same thing through Europe, maybe even South America.
I've only ever been to Colombia in South America, so it's my dream to go poking around the Amazon, but then I realized I don't really like jungles.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a hard trek.
It would be. But I guess you meet a lot of Australians down there. Actually, you meet Australians all over the world.
Well, an experienced traveling man such as yourself, what kind of advice would you give us in today?
For today.
Yeah, for today.
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, you're doing it. You're just out there hitchhiking, smiling people as they go by. Someone's out to pick you up. It sounds like you've already had really good luck, so you got good karma going for you.
Got to keep that good karma up.